You want to go into that?
No, I don't want to go into it.
I tried.
If you want to ignore fucking stats, then what is the MVP conversation? Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off. It is Monday, November 14th.
Wow. Almost Thanksgiving.
Almost Thanksgiving. The fact that it's already November, the fact that week 10, is this week 10, right?
Week 10, we're wrapping up week 10, yeah, so almost week 11.
Wow, we got a new face on the pod.
J
J
Bobby
in the house.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We did kick Jack off the pod. He's no, I'm kidding. Jack is actually filming Ride With.
Go check out Ride with Yaz on the game day on YouTube. Shameless plug here.
Shameless plug.
Maybe you'll see Jack's pretty face. You'll definitely see Yaz's
Eagles
face.
Commanders game.
Wow. What
He's
a game. NFC East.
Yeah,
greatest rivalry in the NFL. No, definitely not. It sucks.
Hopefully Jack comes back tomorrow and talks about these ruthless Eagles fans. What if the Commanders beat the Eagles?
They could. Was it you that said you tried to you called?
Well, I said I wanted to take the Colts next week to beat the Eagles, but I said I wouldn't be shocked if the Commanders did. I don't think the Eagles.
Taylor Heinicke, is he starting?
Yeah,
probably.
Well,
for sure.
I was ready to start him in fantasy if I had to. Well, Kyler went out, so I was getting ready. But
same for me, bro. Same for me.
You were gonna start Taylor?
No, I had Kyler went out and I had to start Jared Goff.
Yeah. Oh,
God bless.
Awful.
A nice calm 13 points.
God bless.
But yeah, so there's a lot of shit happened. A lot of hot takes are coming. A lot of thoughts.
Yeah, a lot of thoughts.
A lot of fucking thoughts. But on the heels of that Jared Goff take, obviously they beat the Bears 31-30. But that man on the other side of the ball, man, Justin Fields.
Yeah, my God.
Let's talk about fantasy real quick because everybody, that's all we care about, right? 39.5 fantasy points.
He had 40 for me.
Yeah, you had 40 in my league.
What's going on with your league?
Me, dude. Well, 39.5 and 40, does it really make a difference?
Last week he had 45.
Yeah, nah, his stretch right now that he's on is absolutely insane. He looks fucking good, and I said it last week, but it's crazy to think that 3 or 4, I think like 3 weeks ago, people were putting him in their bottom 5 quarterbacks in the league, and now he looks like one of the most dynamic players. Justin Fields is that dude.
Yeah, in the last 4 weeks, he's gone 23, 26, 43, and 40, and that's in half PPR. Now, that doesn't make that much of a difference for him, half PPR, as a quarterback, but I just think we've been so quick to rush to judgment with Justin Fields when it comes to like him not being able to be a pocket passer. But really, it was, can the offensive line put it together? Can they run the ball? Like, they didn't have talent around him. And now you're seeing over the last 4 weeks that, like, Justin Fields should be in the MVP conversation. I think Justin Fields deserves to be in the MVP conversation. Bro, and I'll tell you why.
They're 3-7.
They just lost all 3 games.
Again, I will tell you why. I will happily tell you why. Because it's not that he's going to win it. It's not that he rightfully, based off of record, should be in the conversation. But if we're looking strictly on performance, in those first 4 weeks, we put Jalen Hurts in the MVP conversation. Jalen Hurts hasn't been playing that crazy if we're actually looking at it. They're just winning games. And
that's the point.
Yeah, but
that's the point of football.
If you're an MVP, your team has to be winning.
But I get that. But at the same time, Jalen Hurts' stats compared to Justin Fields are night and day in those first 4 weeks.
Read them, because I know this is kind of impressive right here.
I want to say, and look, I'm not saying Justin Fields deserves the MVP conversation. He's nowhere near winning that award. I'm just saying he deserves to be in that conversation because of his play. He's playing his way into that.
Yeah, you ever seen anybody that's 3-7 be in the MVP conversation?
Again,
yo, put Zach Wilson in that, bro. Come on.
Stats only. In those first 4 weeks in the NFL season, we put Jalen Hurts in the MVP conversation right away. He had 8 total touchdowns, 2 INTs, only 205 rushing yards. But we were like, Jalen Hurts, MVP. That dude's unreal. But in the last 4 weeks, Justin Fields, 13 total touchdowns, 2 INTs, 467 rushing yards, and the most rushing yards for a QB in a 5-game span. Okay. So, again, this has nothing to do with him actually deserving the award, but we were quick to throw Jalen Hurts in there. But he wasn't playing that well. The team was just playing that well, and they were 4-0.
No, he was playing that well, and the team was playing that well, which is the opposite of Justin Fields. I mean, he's playing well, but the team isn't playing well.
Did the team put him in the MVP conversation, or did he put himself in the MVP?
Both.
But that's my point. Is the MVP? Yes, there's a combination of winning and also stats, but I want to put some respect on Justin Fields' name.
But that's why I say F the stats, because the stats don't tell the whole story. You got to look at this. Justin Fields is not an MVP candidate just because of that pick he threw to Jeff Okudah.
Yeah,
in that game,
it's a boneheaded play.
MVP candidates don't do that.
Yeah,
so.
That was bad.
It's a boneheaded play. But I will say this in terms of, Justin Fields the whole team was playing so well. The team was dominant. I mean, defensive side of the ball, offensive side of the ball, so many weapons everywhere. And they're giving Justin Fields that platform to be able to perform like that. I do think somebody like Tua is carrying their team more than Jalen Hurts is. But you can't take away what Jalen Hurts did just because his team is performing very well. I know, I'm trying to make him happy. You literally can't take that away from him, bro. Like those stats that you said he was doing great. Yeah, it's the same as Justin Fields now, but Justin Fields has been losing. So that's the difference. If you're winning, you can't take that away from him.
To clarify, I'm not trying to take it away from Jalen Hurts. I'm just trying to give it to Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're giving him losses too, though. Like that's if the last part of the stats that you just rattled off, you included the losses and the wins, then
Our guest J. Bobby is being so polite and not willing to interrupt. But
J. Bobby, interrupt me.
Listen, man, I ain't trying to take over. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a nice guest. But my question for you before we move out of this is: Justin Fields the best rushing quarterback in the league?
No.
Yeah, no.
I
can make an argument though. Like I
don't think he is.
You could debate it.
Top two, him and Lamar.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's the only thing we're talking about right now, right?
But this year he's definitely the best, right? Because you're talking about what Lamar has done in the past. If you look at now what Justin Fields is doing, he looks like Vic, bro. And I know a lot of people like to compare him to Cam, but he's way faster than Cam. And the way he's moving, nobody can stop him right now. I don't care what man spy you put on him. There's nothing you could do with that boy.
It's different because Justin Fields is looking to run a lot more than Lamar is now. Like you said, like we're comparing. Yeah, it's different if you compare Lamar in his past, but Lamar in his past is what he's capable of still doing today. He's just throwing it a lot more today. So I think if Lamar was in the position to have to run a lot more, then I think he's a more dynamic runner because I think he's more elusive. His explosiveness I still think is more than Justin Fields. Lamar's. But Justin Fields right now, and we've seen it with young quarterbacks, they're forced to run a little bit more because they're not as developed as a passer yet. And I think right now you're seeing Justin Fields be a better runner, but I don't think that he's a better runner than Lamar.
I don't think he is either, but I'm also not like if the only reason we put Lamar in that conversation of being better than Justin Fields is because he has an MVP because he's been doing it for a longer period of time. But if we just take a one-game or one-year sample size this year, the last 4 weeks, Justin Fields currently has the 6th most rushing yards out of any player. He's a quarterback.
And he broke the record.
It was it Lamar's record or Vic's record that he broke?
I'm not sure of that.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
The record
I think rushing yard was.
But it was rushing yards in one single game.
In one single game, but then also, I don't know if you already mentioned this, but over the 5 games.
Yeah, over a 5-game span, he has the most rushing yards out of any quarterback.
In history.
Damn. So I'm just saying, like, the only reason we say Lamar is better than Justin Fields as a rushing quarterback is because we've seen a larger sample size. But if we take the 1-year sample size, Justin Fields as a rusher has been better than Lamar this year. Has he not?
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
So I don't think Justin Fields is a better running quarterback.
He's not.
But is Justin Fields a better pocket passer in year 2 than Lamar was? I say no because he won the MVP that year, right? Or no, it was his rookie year?
I feel like the offenses are different because if you look at the beginning of what Justin Fields was, right, they were trying to make him be a pocket passer. Yeah. They weren't working to his strengths.
Which is dumb as if you're an offensive coordinator. Now they're kind of
like moving towards that in a way. With Lamar, they already bought in with that offense. They was like, yo, he's a different type of quarterback. Yeah. We're going to install this system that's perfect for him. Now with Fields, like you get to see that. So the more you see of that of Fields, the more he's going to kill.
Also, Fields is just a better prospect coming into the league as a passer. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Lamar a lot of people saw him as a project. He was a very late first-round pick. A lot of teams passed on him. But Justin Fields, he was a good passer in college. Like it's not like he was just the most explosive player on the field. He was a really good passer. So when he puts it all together, it's going to be special.
Let's say like in the next 5 years, if the Bears use all that cap to build around Justin Fields properly, purely hypothetical, who has more success as a quarterback? That includes rushing, passing, the entire stratosphere. Is it Lamar or Justin Fields?
Fields. I think Fields is better. I think Fields has the potential to be a better passer.
You think Justin Fields has the higher ceiling?
Yeah.
Higher ceiling?
Yeah.
Than Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I think Justin Fields has a higher ceiling than Lamar. Bro, Lamar's the most dynamic player on the field, but we've seen it time and time again, and I give Lamar his credit. I brought up his playoff win. Like, he can win, but again, we haven't seen that style of quarterback win. And I think Justin Fields has the rushing ability of Lamar. Like I said, I don't think he's as good as a runner, as explosive as a runner as Lamar. But he has a rushing ability to do what Lamar does. And I think he has the passing ability to be a top 5 straight passer from the pocket that other quarterbacks don't have. I don't think Lamar can be a top 5 passing quarterback ever. Not a top 5 in the pocket as a pure quarterback. I don't think he can be a top 5 pocket passer. Justin Fields can be that, and he's almost as good a rusher as Lamar. So I think Justin Fields' ceiling is higher.
Damn.
cute.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say death taxes and Lamar throwing bomb touchdowns to his tight end. So that's all he needs, bro. So I just feel like.
But Justin Fields is doing that too.
And
No,
Mark
man.
Andrews was on the Bears.
But my thing is just like Lamar is never going to be that. Lamar is a special talent because what he can do and his ability to be a magician back then. What's Justin Fields? They're very comparable. But like you said, he does have the highest ceiling just because of the arm. But I just think Lamar is just a special type of talent that you can't ever duplicate.
Agreed, but we haven't seen a Lamar Jackson. We haven't seen a Lamar Jackson player, period. I could end the sentence there. But we also haven't seen a player of that kind of ability that's just is such a strong runner and is so dynamic, like a magician like that, win a Super Bowl. Like Michael Vick couldn't do it, right? And I think it's also, I don't think it's a testament really to whether players like that can do it. We just haven't seen enough of them. Where we've seen a lot of pocket passers, obviously, or athletic pocket passers. But I think Justin Fields has the ability to kind of do both to a very, very high level.
Before we move on, I'm just curious. Can we rank the best rushing quarterbacks in the NFL right now? Like who you would take just this year? Don't take into past success. I want this year. Who are the best rushing quarterbacks in the entire NFL?
Daniel Jones.
Number one.
Don't take past success.
Fields,
Like I'm saying, like
right
now. Yeah, like
Fields is one.
Or
by default, Lamar's
okay,
two.
if you want to take past success in it, do you think you want to do
No,
past
let's
success,
do-
or you want to just one
No,
year?
we can still go this year. But like I said, I think ability-wise, like if you still ask Lamar to run
Well,
it
like-
20 times, he can still run for 300 yards in a game.
That's a
Like,
fact.
I still put Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes in those conversations
Well,
as rushers as
Josh
well.
Allen,
they
fair.
are both.
Mahomes.
They are both like part of why they
Mahomes?
are the best quarterbacks is because they can also
Because they're dynamic.
They, exactly. They can
can run.
get. They can scramble and get out and make a big play and like convert when they need to.
Okay, so who's the best rushing quarterback in the NFL? Who's number one?
Justin Fields.
I go Fields.
Who's number two?
Lamar.
Jackson.
Lamar.
Who's number three?
Like
Hurts. I go Hurts.
Oh, yeah, Hurts.
Yeah,
I'm with
Hurts.
that.
Yeah.
And then I go Josh Allen. I go
Josh Allen.
Josh
Josh
Allen.
Allen,
Who's the fifth best rushing
Daniel
quarterback?
Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Honestly, low-key,
I think so.
I'm down for that. All right. So
I
the top
love
five
that.
rushing quarterbacks, we got Danny Dimes in there and Josh Allen.
Danny
In terms of
Wheels,
just
baby.
in terms of just running, yeah.
All right, speaking of Josh Allen, though, I do want to talk about the Bills because the Bills had like the ultimate botch yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
But also, like the Vikings might be pretty good, so I want to talk about both of those. I think the first thing I want to talk about is that the Bills have now lost 2 straight games, and Josh Allen is the reason.
I'm not tripping. Not about Josh. Now, I think he's trying to make up for a lot. Obviously, the elbow injury and the fact that he was still able to get out there and play says a lot. But, yeah, I mean, some of that falls on him, a boneheaded interception at the end of the game, the fumble on the snap. But I want to I want like under the center camera to see if the center really put that right on his
was
nutsack.
right
You know what I mean?
there.
Because if I'm a quarterback, I got to have my
You gotta
fingers,
get
my
right
two,
in there, yeah.
my two. It's got to be on his nuts.
it-
I got to be feeling that.
This or I think it's this.
And,
right?
and
Thumb
if it's
over.
not, I don't give a about the thumbs.
But
Just
it's-
put your fingers, put your middle finger and your ring finger on his nuts.
This
And if
is-
No,
your
give
hands
it-
aren't there, and that,
This is
Right
a
in the
freaky
gooch.
ass
and if
podcast.
if the look, if your hands aren't there, ready to go,
Do you want to act it out? Should we try?
We
Do
should-
you
we
wanna
don't have
put
to
your
act it
hands
out
on
right
my
now. We
nuts?
don't have to
What
act it
do
out.
you were about to say something?
Nah, I just feel like Josh Allen is making too many mistakes, and this is my reason.
Yes.
I don't feel like the Buffalo Bills are not going to win the Super Bowl. That's a fact. Because, like, first of all, they're cursed just in general. A team that went to 4 straight Super Bowls and didn't win one, they're not going to win it, bro. It's just over. And what Josh Allen is doing now, he's doing too much stupid things. Now, I can compare this to Patrick Mahomes, like I think a year ago when he was forcing and making too many mistakes and trying to do too
Right.
much.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
it's
a good
comparable to that, but I just don't understand the decisions he's making right now. That fumble at the goal line, what we doing?
Yeah.
The interception in the red zone, what are we doing? And then you can go back a couple of weeks. He's doing the same thing. I don't understand.
Yeah, I saw a stat that Josh Allen over the last 2 years has 6 red zone turnovers. That's tied for the most in the NFL. So I'm not worried either. If like you're a Bills fan, I'm not tripping out about the
Yeah.
fact that like the Bills have lost 2 in a row. Time to freak out. Now that 3rd in the division. Shout out Dolphins, Jets.
No, Jets, baby.
Not Dolphins.
listen. This is I'm a Jets all day. I don't care
Yeah,
about
but
the
why
Dolphins.
we can't high five? We're both above.
No.
All right.
We're still rivals.
I think when it comes down to the Bills, it's like Josh Allen's superpower is him being able to make the home run throw. He could do everything, but sometimes Superman needs to be able to just take the check down. You need to be able to just take what the defense is giving you, and I think that's ultimately what can become the biggest issue with Josh Allen is that he only wants the home run ball and can't just take the check down. On that 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 10, right when he threw that INT, he had Devin Singletary as a check down. Probably would have got the first down and would have had a better opportunity to score. So that's on Josh Allen. I give him credit. He took responsibility. But that's the Josh Allen that worries me about them being able to win it all because Patrick Mahomes isn't going to make that mistake.
Exactly.
Patrick Mahomes has been in that moment, and I'm
difference.
tired of people trying to put Josh Allen above Patrick Mahomes. I tried to fucking do it at the beginning of the year. I will say
Who stopped you from doing it?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's too far away to dap you up.
I don't know why you went over here.
Yeah, no.
Here, bro.
But I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of me even trying to say it too. Because at the end of the day, Josh Allen might be the sexiest quarterback to watch. Good-looking guy, handsome, but at the same time can jump over you. No, he's gonna jump over you. He can jump under you. He might go around you. Can't go over it. The whole 9 yards.
I don't know about jumping under.
He'll do it all. But I think with Josh Allen right now is like his biggest downfall is him almost trying to be too fucking good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but we can't act like the turnovers are something new. That was his problem in the beginning of his career. And Daniel Jones shout out. A lot of people compared the first few years of Daniel Jones' career to the first few years of Josh Allen's career because of the shit ton of turnovers.
Yeah, I love it.
But wasn't that a thing for a couple years?
Totally was.
It was a couple
it
things
was
like,
this
oh.
year. It was this year.
Yeah, so
Not saying,
Josh Allen has the ability
we'll
to
get into it later.
So Josh Allen has the ability to pop off, and obviously like the ceiling is just insane, something that Daniel Jones doesn't have. But the turnovers, he was able to control that over the years. But it's not like he's ever been like the super against the turnover type of quarterback, like super efficient. Nah, he's always kind of turning
But
over.
listen, I stand as the Buffalo Bills. They're not going to win a championship, but I don't think you need to panic about Josh Allen just because that. I feel like when you're that talented and you have that type of arm strength, you try to do too much. And we've seen that with every talented quarterback. Everyone. Like even from Brett Favre, because Pat Mahomes got the Brett Favre comparison because of what he was doing in college. He forced a lot of throws. You got to coach that up. So, Sean McDermott.
No, I agree. I'm not worried about Josh Allen, but I did just find some crazy stats. So Josh Allen has the most INTs this year, more than Matt Ryan, more than Davis Mills. He's got 10, Matt's got 9, and Davis Mills got 9. So not only that, only 2 times in the last 10 years has a player lost a fumble on his own 1-yard line. Josh Allen in 2020 and Josh Allen on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
And Josh Allen is 0-4 in OT games in his career.
Wow.
2022 Week 10 against the Vikings, which he just played, 2021 AFC Divisional Round, 2021 Week 14, and 2009 AFC Wildcard round.
Is this year 5 for him? What years? How many years has he been in the league?
4.
Year
4. Third year. He took the third-year jump last year, and then that was his 4th year.
You got the computer fact check.
I'm just saying. Look. I'm not.
What was that? 0-4 and what?
0-4 in overtime games.
OT games.
So I'm not worried about Josh Allen. I'm just saying, in order for the Bills, like you said, to win the Super Bowl, in order for the Bills to be able to take that leap, to be that team that everyone wants them to be, he needs to cut down on these INTs and these turnovers.
He was drafted in 2018.
2018. I do think it's what you said, Adam. That's the difference between Josh Allen and Mahomes. Both have eye-popping plays. They both have insane ceilings. What they can do, the arm strength is absolutely insane. But the difference is that Patrick Mahomes will go through all his progressions, and he's not afraid to take the short or intermediate routes where Josh Allen's always trying to sling it. And, more power to him. He can do that, but you got to be able to recognize when you got to take the shorter play.
I also think
he's got a better head. He's got Andy Reid is better,
No, it's
obviously,
your podcast.
too.
Why don't you
No,
keep
it's your
going?
podcast too.
I was just gonna say, while we're comparing Patrick Mahomes to Josh Allen just like works and he looks like he's working so fucking hard to be really good, and then is really good.
He is. He's improved
Whereas
so much too.
Patrick Mahomes doesn't even look like
It looks effortless for him.
He's fucking just going out there, and he knows where everyone is at all times. And 2 people are collapsing on me. Fine, let me just dump it out to this guy who's just right in the middle of the field in front of me. And then sometimes they drop it, but like still, it's just like you watch these games and like Josh Allen is putting all his fucking effort in there to just be the
Mahomes
best.
is prettier, but I do think we don't recognize what Andy Reid does enough for him.
Correct.
Definitely.
Because it's just the most simple concept, just having trips on the left side, running everybody across and having the back, squeeze out to the left side in the flat, and he's like wide open, and Mahomes will take that every single time. It's just like so easy what Andy Reid is able to scheme up for Mahomes.
Before we go into the Vikings,
Josh Allen.
I do want to just sum up your Josh Allen point, because we said the Bills are losing. The Bills have lost the last 2 games because of Josh Allen. Josh Allen, those last 2 games, 1 touchdown, 4 INTs. That's 3 in the red zone, and they're 0-2. So the same way we keep the same energy for quarterbacks when they don't have talent around them to elevate those around them is the same way that, A, he has talent, and B, they've lost games, and he hasn't played well. And you could say the UCL, whatever the Tommy John nonsense.
Yeah.
But I don't care. If you're out there, you better find a way to win the game, especially if you want to be the best quarterback in the league.
We have to call the Bills full strength yesterday because they looked good. They looked great the whole first half. We're calling them full strength.
The Vikings beat the Bills.
The Vikings beat the Bills because the Vikings played better.
Yeah.
That's what.
And
we keep sleeping on the Vikings. I feel like we keep talking about how shit the Vikings have been. The Vikings are 8-1.
It's a first good
The
win.
Vikings are a good team, and they proved it against the Bills this week.
Bro,
Yo, Jetta is better than Jerry Rice. I said it.
wow! Nah, stop playing. Like, actually, I'll let you hedge it real quick. Because I don't want you to look dumb.
I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I'm very
How do you
happy-
say that?
I'm
Why do
so
you-
happy
Justin-
Jack is
Listen,
not
I
here
seen
today.
enough.
Hands would be thrown.
I don't care. I seen enough. Show me a tape of Jerry Rice doing that. Show me it.
So you're saying at peak, Justin Jefferson is better than Jerry Rice.
Bro, I seen enough, yes.
Justin
I will
Jefferson
say
is
this though,
second year.
that Justin Jefferson catch is the greatest catch I've
Bro,
ever
that
seen.
whole drive, that whole
think?
game, him the whole year.
That Justin Jefferson catch is the greatest catch I've ever seen. People want to compare it to Odell's. The level of difficulty
It's
on
different.
Odell's, he was getting pulled and stuff like that. But the catch in the sense of just going up and grabbing it with one hand was clean. Like
He was by himself there.
He was by himself. Yeah. He went up the way that he high pointed it. It was insane. The way that his body just extended was crazy.
That was
But
a glove catch. Odell's got
That was a
gloves.
fingertip thing.
Justin Jefferson used the forearm.
Justin Jefferson, the fact that the defender had the hands on the ball and he only had one hand there, got brought down to the ground, and then the ball still didn't hit the ground. Like, he kept it on his forearm. Like, it was absolutely insane. The strength, the acrobatic ability to go up there and do it. It was just the level of difficulty was fucking insane.
Bro.
I think that was the greatest catch
I mean,
ever.
you say
Jerry Rice could never.
You're right. No, you're right.
You say
I never seen Jerry Rice do anything like that. Listen,
No, facts.
great route runner. I love it, but nah.
I mean, you said Justin Jefferson's better than Jerry Rice. I don't even think Justin Jefferson's still the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Whoa.
Oh, here goes Tyreek Hill,
This year?
the Miami Cojones.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I think Tyreek Hill's the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Now, granted, look, it's completely subjective. You can take whoever you want. You could take Justin Jefferson, Devontae, Tyreek, Cooper Kupp. It depends how you're building your team. So if you want to put him one, you want to put him two, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill are the top two right now, and then
Yeah.
everyone else falls in line, in my opinion. The Jamar Chases of the world, the Cooper Kupps, everyone else is below Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill, strictly off of what they've been doing this year.
Nah, I got Devontae in there too.
Yeah.
I want to put him in there, but
He's
again,
been performing too.
So, question: the head coach of the Vikings, where was he last year?
the Rams. He's putting him in the
Exactly.
Cooper Kupp.
And who was eating?
He's putting him in the Cooper Kupp.
So
role.
if you put that coach with any top receiver, he's going to be elevated to the number one slot.
I mean, I'm not mad. I'm more a little bit upset about you saying he's better than Jerry Rice, but strictly because I don't know shit.
Why nobody wants to challenge that? Like,
Because I don't
everybody's
know.
scared of Jerry.
I don't
scared
know.
of your 40-year-old uncle that was like,
No, I
yeah,
just
Jerry
don't
Rice
know.
back in the
Hold
days.
on,
Don't be
no.
scared of him.
I just don't know. I'm 25. My brain
We didn't
only
get
goes
the-
back
Now,
to
hold
5
on.
years.
I've been saying the reason it's tough with Justin Jefferson is because I get what you're saying. Jerry Rice couldn't do what Justin Jefferson does now, but when you say he's better, then you bring up like career and stuff like that, and that's just tough to dispute with Jerry Rice. Although I have been on the record saying that Antonio Brown is better than Jerry Rice. So
I think Randy Moss is better than Jerry Rice. I
T.O.
think
is
T.O. is
too.
better than Jerry
exactly.
Rice.
So I do agree
Whoa.
with you on that. I just think Justin Jefferson's in year 3, and it's just hard to say that. But if you say like at his highest level is better than Jerry Rice's, I'm not mad at it.
Listen, Jetta, I love Jetta, but I was never like on board. Like I always said, Jamar Chase was better than Jetta. But I think after what I'm seeing this
He's
year
improved so much.
and what I seen from that game yesterday,
Yeah.
he's making Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins got a job because of Jetta.
Bro, 4th and 18.
Wow.
The difficulty on that catch and the time and like the possession in which that happened.
The
is fucking
situation.
crazy.
Let's go with the
Yeah.
Vikings, though. Are we ready? Are the Minnesota Vikings going to run away with the NFC?
No.
Not run away.
I still don't think they're as strong an 8-1 team as you would think from an 8-1 team.
No, but they proved themselves yesterday that they aren't. They deserve to be an 8-1 team.
Yeah, sure. But I
No,
still
I don't
think
agree
like
with that. I don't agree with that.
Dude.
No, because that
They
didn't-
just beat the best. I think one of the
are
arguably
one
the
of the
best
best
team in football.
You're
They
just saying that
beat
because it's Sal, right? Sal, your friend. Who's your friend that's gonna come after you for fucking being on the not being on the Vikings?
Oh, Max.
Max, yeah,
No.
he's gonna fucking come for your
You're
throat.
never going to win anything with Kirk Cousins.
I don't know about
I
all
can
that.
agree with that. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't think this makes
No,
the
I
Vikings
don't
a Super
think-
Bowl
I
This
don't
is
contender.
think
this
I
is the
don't-
Vikings formula, right? Jetta does a weird, spectacular catch. Everybody's like, "Ooh, Kirk Cousins plays average." Then he does it like, and then Dalvin Cook has a late score in the game when he hasn't done the whole game.
Dude.
That is the formula of the
Good
Vikings.
formula for
Dalvin
fantasy. That's my formula for winning.
Dalvin Cook almost blew that game for them too.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think the Vikings are a Super Bowl contender, but
No,
I
I
think
don't either.
like look if the Vikings go up against the fucking Eagles again, and the Eagles are playing in fucking Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial, do I think they're gonna beat them? Absolutely not.
Nah, yeah.
If the Bucks even get hot, I'm more worried about the Bucks than I am about the Vikings.
No.
There are teams that are better than them, but I'm just saying that like we've been saying their skill does not represent what their record is, and yesterday they proved that they can be a top team.
Yeah, I agree.
I give them
credit.
They can be and they can beat a top team.
They deserve all their flowers.
The skill set they have is top.
They
3
brought
in the league.
out. You just said last week or 2 weeks ago that the Vikings are one of those teams that are not using their weapons properly.
Yeah,
yesterday they
you
used their
showed it.
weapons perfectly. Dalvin Cook had a great game. Justin Jefferson had a great game. Kirk Cousins played perfectly average.
He played better
played
than
well
average,
enough that he
But-
was able to
Played
play,
better.
like they
Played
were able
good.
to play well. That's all they needed out of Kirk Cousins.
Facts.
He's the Eli Manning.
Elite game manager.
But
You
1
know?
p.m. Kirk.
1 p.m. Kirk.
1
See, that's the
p.m. Kirk.
thing. Is like that's the caveat, bro. The greatest 1 p.m. player of all time, maybe.
Yeah.
Might be.
But if you put him on prime time, it's just like you just know you're not gonna get that. You just
and
know it.
every big game in
So
the
you
playoffs
put
is
him in
prime
the
time.
playoffs, it's gonna be bad.
And every big game is prime time. So that's why the Vikings are not going to win shit. Because granted, if they could play every playoff game at 1 p.m., the Vikings might win a Super Bowl.
Bro, he's Andy Dalton with abs. Like, that's what we doing. Like, bro, let's keep it real, bro.
It's actually not bad.
Andy Dalton with abs.
Yeah, but that's
not bad.
That's disrespectful to Kirk. I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. The Red Rocket was nice back in the
He
day.
was all right.
Back in the day.
And then
Yeah, with AJ Green, it was kind of nice. They had some playoff runs. Actually, that's a pretty good comparison.
So another team that surprised us this week was Aaron Rodgers came back to life, and the Packers actually played really well this week.
Aaron
Beat
Rodgers.
a good team
He's a dick.
in the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I want to know what you think. Do you think that the Packers are going to make the playoffs?
I wouldn't be shocked if the Packers go on a run and make a wild card spot. I wouldn't be shocked because we've been saying all year the formula needs to be to run, and then allow one of these rookie wide receivers to go crazy. And finally, Christian Watson did without Romeo
3
Doubs, which
touchdowns.
hurts my heart. But if the Packers can consistently run the ball like that, and now you've said the Cowboys can't stop the run, but also not many teams are fantastic at stopping the run. Like
Nah.
it's very tough for
Yeah.
a defense to be able to succeed in stopping the run and stopping the pass at the same level. So if the Packers can continue to roll through with this, I wouldn't be shocked if they make it. Like you have a back-to-back MVP, you should fucking be there. You should not be what your record is. However, I think Aaron Rodgers is still a fucking asshole. I think the way he treats players is still a fucking asshole, and I think he's fucking asshole. I would
The way he treats players is asshole.
Yeah, I feel like I feel for people around him. That third was it 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1,
and
whatever,
1.
and he went right to Matt LaFleur and cursed him out right away. Like, bro, check out of the play or something. But like,
Yeah, I was confused
be a
about that.
fucking leader. Stop yelling and cursing at
But
everyone.
they won. But
They
they were
did.
also due for a win. But they lost 5 games in a row for a reason, and I don't think they can just write that off and just start winning out of nowhere again. They were due for a win. We've been saying it week after week. Is this the week? Is this the week? Well, this week turned out to be the week. The Cowboys were still up by 14 heading into the fourth quarter, I believe, and they came back. So credit to that. But the fact that you're down 14 in the fourth quarter, it already shows like you're still that team. They were able to put things together. Now the Cowboys could have collapsed as well at the end, but I don't think they're able
Listen,
to
man.
just start rallying wins together out of nowhere like this.
the Cowboys are gonna cowboy like
Yeah.
that. That's,
Yeah.
if you're trying to get on track, that's the perfect team to play.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's my thing: I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers or the Packers because Aaron Rodgers, like you said, is an asshole. He hates his teammate. He's like
Nobody wants to play with that, bro.
he's like hippie Michael Jordan and like in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because he does, you know how
That's
Aaron
actually a
Rodgers.
good
That's a great
comparison.
But it's just like he treats his teammates so poor. He doesn't like being there. He thinks his wide receivers are shit. He's always Aaron Rodgers. How about that? Can I say that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
just said he's fucking asshole.
Yeah, I just feel like the chemistry isn't there, and I feel
It's
like
not.
it's one of those games because he's Aaron Rodgers. He's so talented, but I don't.
He's certainly not the guy like meeting up with his young guys and trying to like build a bond with them,
Nah.
like as like a good teammate.
He's like,
should.
I'm better than you. You
Yeah,
guys better fall
exactly.
in
He's like,
line.
I've been around the block. I've done this before. You
Yeah.
better be on my level, or else I'm gonna be pissed off. Like,
Yeah.
which is a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah.
Question though, was that game a bigger indictment of the worries surrounding the Cowboys or the potential success with the Packers?
I don't think either. I don't think the Packers are going to have crazy success because of that. Like I said, they lost 5 games for a reason. And the Cowboys, I think you look at it glass half full. You were up by 14, and once you got it together, you started dominating. Dak had 2 interceptions. Both were on the receiver. That's miscommunication.
My last point is just that I think the Cowboys should panic because this is their MO, bro. Like they're a good team. They're talented. They have all these people around them, all the pieces that they need. And then when they get into these situations in these not a must-win game, but one of those games you want to, show your nuts.
Yeah.
they fold, bro.
Do you want
And
to show your nuts in that though? The Packers lost 5 straight. I think that's
yeah,
part of the
you
reason
wanna
they
assert
slept
your
on them.
You don't want to lose to the fucking Packers.
Yeah, but I feel like you want to show your nuts playing the Bills. Like you want to show your nuts playing the
because
Eagles.
you're playing Aaron Rodgers.
The
At the end of
Packers
the
are
day,
still the Packers.
you're still playing Aaron Rodgers, bro. So you want to make sure that you win that, come away with that game. But at the same time, you don't want to lose to the Packers because the Packers stink. You can tell they're in disarray. So you just lost to a team that's in disarray.
That's fine.
That's not fine.
The
That's
Chiefs
not
lost to the
good.
Colts. The Chiefs lost to the Colts earlier in the season, bro. Like upsets happen all the
but
time.
yeah,
Every
but they're not Dallas.
The Niners lost to the Falcons. The Niners lost to the
Chiefs
Bears.
have won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago, right? And they went to a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be fine. The Dallas Cowboys haven't been to the Super Bowl. They haven't won in years. What's the difference now? You know what the difference is? They always choke.
That's true.
That's the
so you
problem.
can use that in past history. But if we're just talking about a one-season sample size, there's upsets every single year. So I'm not
I
tripping.
agree, but we're talking about Dallas. That's
I
the
agree.
problem.
Yeah, Dallas chokes. It's so sad. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I also think you did the Colts Chief comparison isn't as good because we're week 10 now. Like week 2, week 3. No.
Like 3 weeks ago, the Niners losing to the Falcons. Like you can say that too. Like there was an upset last week.
I do want to go off of one thing you did say, J. Bobby, is that like if we're talking about the other end of the argument here of like we might see some uptick in the Packers now, like that the Packers are now going to start playing well. I don't necessarily think maybe I don't necessarily think that, but like the thing we need to remember about the Packers is that they still have Aaron Rodgers. So at any given Sunday, he could come out there and win the game for them. Because he's still that guy.
But it's a team sport.
I know it's a team sport, but he's fucking Aaron Rodgers. He's proven time and time and again that he could just make the weapons around him.
But he's never proven it without Devontae Adams.
For
Yeah,
years.
He has proven it. He's proven for many years.
What do you mean?
without
Before
Devontae.
Devontae Adams, he made all
had
the
Jordy
receivers
Nelson
better.
Yeah.
He still had talent
Yeah.
around him. Who's the pieces now? Christian Watson?
Christian Watson scored 3 touchdowns. He looked really good.
he
He did
Come
look
on.
really good. He did look really good. I'm just
Aaron Rodgers is that guy, and he still is that guy. I don't think he's taken any bit of a decline from these MVP. He's back-to-back MVP seasons last year. He's got whatever.
All right. Well, 1 week ago,
he's still Aaron Rodgers.
1 week ago, he threw 2 or 3 INTs in the fucking red zone against the Lions and lost to the Lions. So like, let's not react to a 1 game sample size.
I agree.
That's for sure. I'm not reacting on a 1 game sample size. Everybody has stretches of poor play. Everybody has stretches of great play. Everybody has stretches of great play.
Facts.
Yeah, Jesus. You should get under Sender and his nuts. But
Wow.
I'm just saying you can't count out the Packers each week because they still have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not mad about that. You can't. Do we have anything else, or can I throw one out there?
Yeah, talk to me.
We were talking about this earlier, and I just got to get it in there. Is the MVP conversation a two-way race right now between Patrick Mahomes and Tua? And let's clarify, Mahomes is in the lead, but outside of, has Josh Allen officially played himself out of that?
No.
Interesting.
You're saying
yeah.
you're saying that it's Patrick Mahomes and Tua are the leaders for MVP right now?
Vegas is also saying that. So
Is that true?
I don't think they've.
well, it hasn't
updated.
updated. But if you're
I
just
wanna see.
if you're just looking at pure performance, Tua, it's right now Patrick Mahomes and Tua.
Tua was like 5th in week 9. After week 9. For MVP odds, so now he might be like 2 or 3, especially after Josh Allen lost.
Jalen Hurts will be MVP.
Yeah. I got Mahomes and Hurts. I got Mahomes and Hurts ahead of him.
I think Mahomes and Hurts are the two. If
Jalen-
we're talking about a two-way race.
Also, if
Patrick
the
Mahomes
Dolphins,
deserves the MVP over fucking.
No one gives a shit.
Also,
No
the-
one get the Jalen Hurts isn't fucking. He's being
No,
carried
Bro,
by
the Eagles are undefeated. They haven't
I
lost
agree
yet.
with that, but that's what I'm saying. The only reason Jalen Hurts consistently is still in that top 3 of MVP conversation is because of the fucking record.
Yeah.
He hasn't played that
Again,
well.
I can't say it again, brother.
Why?
You can't take the team's success and put it against the own quarterback that's leading the team to victories. Like,
But that's what they're fucking doing with Tua.
no,
Why do you say Jalen Hurts is not playing well?
I just don't think he's playing to the level of like a
He's
Patrick
not
Mahomes who
throwing
should
up
be number
400
1.
yards and 6
that's
touchdowns
my
every week.
problem.
Like
I'm not
Tua
saying-
might be, but that's not how you win games.
But
Who
that's
you-
not
Tua
my.
might
That's not
have
my.
on
That's
paper
again,
stats that
again,
are better, but
again.
Jalen Hurts is actually going
Winning
out
games.
and leading his team to success.
So is
they haven't
Tua.
lost yet. They haven't lost yet.
and-
Tua hasn't lost this
That's
year.
true, that's true.
Tua's
Look,
7-0
if the
when he
Dolphins-
finishes when he
here's
starts
the
to finish his games.
problem.
Dude, you want to go into that?
No, I don't want to go into it.
Over the last fucking
Don't.
no, just let me get it off my chest.
Drop
Over
the f***ing. You
Can
can
I
do it
please?
without all of the f***ing.
no, I need to do it with the
Yeah.
Tua in the last fucking decade.
I tried. It could just be last decade, but that's
In the last
fine.
decade, go ahead.
Where Tua ranks in the last fucking decade.
Just make
Third
the
best
job.
passer rating. First in third down passer rating, 7th in fourth quarter passer rating, 7th in red zone passer rating, and 4th in yards per attempt. That's in the last 10 years.
Last 10
Bro.
years,
Last-
this season.
Bro,
Yeah.
you can fool them, but you can't fool me. Those
I am-
stats don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah,
dog.
exactly. That's
If
bull-
that's the
nothing
point.
to
If
me.
you want to ignore fucking
Yo, I
stats,
wanna
then
hear
what
his
is the MVP
DVOA.
conversation? As if it's just a fucking winning
Bro, the
stat.
most important stat, yes, is
Listen,
winning.
like-
Most important stat is
And
winning,
he's
bro.
winning.
So is Hurts.
Okay.
Okay, so the
And
three-way
nobody
race.
expected that.
So the three-way race.
No one.
Okay, let me ask you a
Facts,
question.
facts,
If
facts.
the comparison, if the question comes
Bro,
down, no.
no.
If the conversation is about winning and stats, and it comes down to Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Tua, and they've all fucking won, and now it comes down to stats. All I'm trying to say is Tua has had better stats, and that's why he's going to jump ahead of Hurts. Patrick Mahomes is the clear MVP favorite. But if it comes down to the same thing, what else do you contextualize it as?
Let me ask you this. Where did A.J. Brown go in most leagues?
Like, are we
In
talking fantasy
leagues?
Like third or fourth round.
Right?
Which is crazy
where
because-
would you pick him now?
Dude, that's the biggest
No,
issue
no,
with
no,
fucking fantasy.
where would you
I've
pick
been-
him now?
He's a first
I've
round
been
pick.
always saying that A.J. Brown is
Where
a
would
top
you-
10 wide receiver.
Exactly, because they didn't think that Jalen Hurts was going to be able to get him the ball and be productive. And now you're saying,
Seems like
oh,
a quarterback.
Huh?
Seems like another quarterback at play.
What?
It's the same shit happening with Tua.
No, because you're going to pick up Hill. You're going to pick up Waddle.
That's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is that when Tyreek was traded to Miami, they said a quarterback's not going to get him the ball. When A.J. Brown went to the Eagles, they said a quarterback's not going to be able to get him the ball. Both are having success. I'm not trying to take one away from the other. I'm just saying, if the MVP race is about Patrick Mahomes, Tua, and Jalen Hurts, and all three are winning, do you ignore the stats? What else determines the MVP?
You don't ignore the stats, but Mahomes' stats are better than his. You're talking about
I'm not
efficiency.
saying Tua's winning over MVP. Tua's winning over Mahomes. The only way
Okay.
Tua wins the MVP is if they win the division.
Okay. Over Jalen Hurts, yeah, he has better stats than Jalen Hurts. But again, the number one stat that really matters, if you're not winning, it doesn't matter. And I know Tua's winning. But team record does matter. So if the Dolphins don't even win the division, then I don't think they have a chance at Tua has a chance at MVP because Jalen Hurts is probably going to win the division with good stats.
I agree. But again, you came back to saying Jalen Hurts is going to win the MVP. All I'm saying is if it comes down to winning, because if in games that Tua's played, which I can't make the argument the Dolphins have fucking lost games because Tua hasn't played. Like, that's not a fair argument for him.
Where do you find these stats, bro?
Twitter.
Google.
Twitter.
What do you mean? He's
First
first.
down.
First and DVOA.
Yeah, shout out.
First and coming to the
down.
That is
stadium.
crazy.
First and waking up. Like, we don't
He
care.
is
First and waking up.
He is first and waking up. No, all I'm just trying to say is
First at the gym.
I started this out by saying, well, I don't.
I can't lie though. He's been looking a little bit more swaggy as the weeks go on.
He wore a black visor in practice. I was horny as
Yeah.
shit. All I want is
that was his
all I
problem,
want is
too.
Felipe to give him credit. That's it. That's all
Oh,
I
I
want.
like
in
Tua.
life.
I think Tua's working his way up to a surefire top 10 quarterback.
All right, that's all I'll take it. But he's playing like a top 5.
He looks good. He looks good,
There's no
bro.
way he's going to be MVP.
No, I don't think he's going to win MVP. I'm just saying if we're going to put Jalen Hurts in that conversation because he's winning, let's also put Tua in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Give the fucking same respect.
Yeah,
Keep
all right.
that same energy.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
Tua, good quarterback.
That's it.
You got we got
We got some. All right, hot take section.
Shout out to my first in the division, though. All right, it's the first time us Dolphins and Jets fans can agree on taking down the Bills because we're both ahead of the Bills right now.
but you can't agree with your rivals.
No, I would
yeah.
fucking kick
Tough
J. Bobby in the nuts if I could. But
No, you wouldn't. And the cojones.
the cojones.
Miami cojones.
All right.
All right, so into the hot take segment of this podcast. We started this last episode. So if you're in the Discord, we have a hot take submission chat. You throw in a hot take, and we're going to pick 1 to 3 every episode to highlight and then discuss, and then you're going to become a capper. So we got to create that permission or I guess that role of a capper, and then, very exclusive.
Yeah, very exclusive.
To be in that. So, okay, first one. We're going to give it to Lucas M. 1999. I'm assuming that's the year he was born. Eagles remind us of Dolphins from last year. Streak of wins, but haven't played nobody. I disagree. They played the Cowboys. Even without Dak,
They played the Vikings early
that's
on.
a good team. They killed the Vikings. So I think they have played teams. Obviously, they haven't played. Like, I'd like to see them beat the Bills right now or, like, beat the Chiefs right now. They haven't done that. They haven't even played those teams. But you can only play who's on your schedule, and they've dominated those teams.
No, I think the Eagles are a far more talented team than the Dolphins were last year.
Yeah, way
the
more.
Best offensive line in the NFL. Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
playing like an MVP. We were just talking about it.
Miles
Defense
Sanders
is
looked
insane.
good.
Miles Sanders. The entire team is light years ahead of what the Dolphins are. However,
The defense way better.
I
yeah.
think the point he's trying to make is that when they play a real team, when the going gets tough, can they compete? I say yes. However, I'm not shocked by, like, the comparison's not a fair comparison, but it is worthy of a comparison of, like, who have they played to battle test them. They struggled against the Texans on primetime.
Listen, they beat the best team in the league, right? The Vikings, right?
Yeah.
So they're fine. If you beat the best team in the league, you're fine.
Yeah. I think to his point, though, to Lucas's point, is they haven't necessarily faced adversity yet. And it's like what you said, when the going gets tough, how are they going to perform? I feel like like a Cowboys loss to the Packers in that situation, you're going to look back on that going into the playoffs and like, all right, like, remember this? When you don't have a situation like that, it can be tough because you're riding a high horse and you don't know when something bad happens. It's inevitable. Jalen Hurts, there's going to be a snap that goes over his head. The other team's going to recover it in the red zone, and they can get up by 14. They can get up early. And then how do you fight against that? I don't think we've seen the Eagles fight through adversity like that. Yeah. But they are way more talented than the Dolphins team from last year. Yeah. That one, I think, was a real case of the Dolphins playing bad teams, but I still think they had some good stuff going. I think this is a better comparison with the Steelers from a couple years ago, who I think started like 10-0. And we all knew they sucked.
That team sucked.
Ben Roethlisberger was playing horrible, and they were still rattling off wins, but they're way better than that team. So, I don't know. I believe in the Eagles.
That Steelers team got smacked in the playoffs?
Yeah, like lost first round to the Browns, I think. So they started off like 10-0, and I think they finished. To the Baker
Browns, right?
To the Baker Browns.
They went 10-0 that year?
Yeah, I think it might have even been 11.
They were like 10 or 11-0, and then they lost like 4 of their last like 5 games. Like, so then it was like, okay, that's what we thought. You know what I mean? Well, I don't think the Eagles are like that.
I hate turning it back on the Giants, but the Giants right now are 7-2, and I think they're also one of the worst teams in the league. Like, I think they're not that good.
A win's a win.
Win's a win, but I still, if you watch them play, they just play so poor, bro.
They're well coached, though.
They're well coached. Their defense has been playing well. Their offense is so difficult to watch sometimes, bro.
No, it is.
It is so difficult to watch.
I saw Dable get pretty hot yesterday.
Sorry,
dude.
The wins though. Oh,
dude, that was.
It's kind of electric.
I'll be honest, I didn't like that because I was like, bro, it's the second quarter. Like, your guy's not going to play well if you yell at him like that.
No. At some point,
you need tough love.
There's different styles of coaching.
There's a difference between like Aaron Rodgers yelling at someone,
I
and
agree.
then there's a difference between like your coach, who's coach of the year candidate, leading candidate, yelling like
we still
you're
won.
demanding.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Next hot take. Waffles, turkey emoji, magician hat emoji.
I thought you were about to ask me waffles or pancakes.
Same.
Nah.
I got excited.
Allen, as in Josh Allen, isn't top 3 anymore. He cited Mahomes, Hurts, and your boy Tua.
Shout out. Wait, who was that submitted by again?
Waffles, turkey, magic hat.
Waffles, turkey. Well, I think it's a crazy thing to say that Josh Allen has played his way out of.
I don't think. Yeah, that's too. That's too.
I can't
short.
lie, I'm a hater, but I ain't that much of a hater. I can't do
He's still top 3.
Yeah, he's still
But
top 3.
if it is about those last 2 weeks, which it's clear that waffle, turkey, syrup trap size emoji is thinking it's about the last 2 weeks, then I'm not. Again, the last 2 weeks he's not looking like a top 3 quarterback. But Josh Allen has done enough to be like, all right, you're gonna have these lows. Like how
you
we
can still have
you
that.
can still have the lows.
He has Hurts, Mahomes, and Tua. So he essentially he's putting Tua ahead of Josh Allen.
Don't do that.
Which is not again.
Don't do that.
Again, stats are looking great for Tua, and he's winning, but it's just the game breaking ability. Josh Allen has some of the most talent at the position that we've ever seen. So I just take Allen still.
Second best quarterback in the league.
I almost went into another thing about Tua.
Mahomes, rank him real quick.
Yeah, you're done.
Mahomes,
I'm cut off.
Josh
I'm
Allen.
stopping.
I'm cut off.
We need to
Who's
wrap
third?
up.
Is Hurts third?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
You think Jalen Hurts is the third best
I
quarterback?
think Hurts this year is Hurts
This
is 3.
year, yeah.
Hurts is 3. But look, dude, Tua really is working his way into the top 5, man. Good
Top 5.
Oh, here. Oh, God. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Tell you this is a freaky ass podcast.
I just want to clarify.
This has been
Everyone
tame, bro.
in my mentions was coming at his throat. Pause and press play last week, and now he just said he's playing his way into the top 5. So this is the receipts. This is what redemption mode looks like. This is the American dream. All right, wait, you got one more?
No, we'll be
No,
done.
that was 2. That was 2.
That was
We had
2?
2.
All right, well,
Yeah,
shout out
that's
to you
that.
guys for the submission. I appreciate it. If you are listening to us, remember to go check us out on YouTube. You can see the full visual. You got to go see J. Bobby's face. J. Bobby's a good-looking dude.
electric
Yeah, shout out
face,
J
bro.
Bobby versus the internet.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Give
J.
a
Bobby.
plug.
J. Bobby,
J.
talk,
Bobby versus the
give a
Give
little
a
shout.
plug
Give a little
real
shout.
I don't know. J
When's it
Bobby versus
released?
the internet. It comes out every Thursday at 2:00. You know, on the GameDay.com. You know what I'm saying?
What is J. Bobby
on the
versus the
Game Day
internet?
YouTube.
Game
Oh,
Day
Is it you versus the internet, or like what?
Oh yeah, it's me laying the smack down against people in their tweets and like going against the most viral moments that you want. You know what I'm saying? Just holla at us, come out, check my show out. J Bobby versus the internet. Holla, like and subscribe.
Yeah. So go check him out. Also, you can follow him on TikTok, J Bobby Versus. I think that's the TikTok.
Yes.
You can follow us, Caps Off Pod, Caps Off Podcast on Instagram as well. And remember, we'll see you Wednesday. We love you. Appreciate you tuning in.
Peace. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.